welcome to my channel. I'm new. Today I'm going to be doing a makeup look for Black History Month. So I'm getting my makeup wet, wiping all the impurities off my face, the oils. So I'm a freelance makeup artist. You have to bear with me. I'm not a professional. I'm still learning as I go. But I want to do this cool look that I seen trending on Instagram. Hit the notification bells and subscribe. Gleaux Meek, G-L-E-A-U-X-M-E-E-K, so you can know when I'm on. So I have my oil controls that I created. Control this oil on my face. It's also a primer too as well to make my makeup last. So I got these markers at Michael's that I'm going to use to draw. So I looked up an African image of my other iPhone, my older iPhone. So I'm gonna freehand this African look. Not perfect, so bear with me, don't judge me, y'all. So I'm gonna go in with this marker and clean it up a little bit. So what I did was a basic sketch. I guess the colors will bring this look out, you know. But I'm doing just a basic sketch, you know, with this makeup, and you know, especially if I'm not a drawer, it could really look a hot mess at times. Practice make perfect. Turn this fan this way. And don't worry if you mess up, like nothing that foundation or a little bit of concealer can't fix. I can say that I'm having like a hard time with this marker and this primer. It's real sticky and matte, you know, so I can say that. But you just learn as you go. The do's and the don'ts. Take your time, you ain't gotta rush. And I'm gonna go in with my NYX Stay Matte. And I'm gonna use this just as a concealer to brighten up those colors. The concealer can straighten up any lines that you feel like, you know, too squiggly or whatever the case may be. What I like about matte concealers is because it dries quickly. So you can get to what you gotta get to and get done as quickly as possible. And nothing is gonna be perfect, you know, makeup is makeup. Gets messy along the way. So now I'm just taking my blender brush for my concealer and just blending this concealer down, you know, just a little bit so the lines can be even, more smooth, like a smooth texture. It's dry for the most part. Like I said, nothing is gonna be perfect. I'll tap a little bit more of this on my brush. Now, I'm one of those people that have clogged tear ducts, so I tear up a lot, like I really do. I think that's what they call it when your eyes water like a whole lot. So now that that is done, I was debating on if I want to use creams or do I want to use powders. Creative me. I think I'm gonna do powders. And I'm gonna go in with this red here out of the Creative Me palette. Smearing out the little bit of the white concealer that is still left around the black line. Just making sure everything is covered. Juvia's Place. This is the Warrior. Take your time with this black because, you know, it's harsh. It can get messy. And don't worry about the lining. I'm going to blend that together. Push through black because this black is something else. So now I'm going in with my eye is running. This red wants to run today and give me such a hard time. Okay, now I'm going in with the green. Back to the Creative Me palette. So we're going in with our green. Great this morning. I'm sorry, y'all. Excuse my eye. I have to go back in with the reds. Okay, now, since I got the green up there nice and smoothly, and this is the last color that I gotta do, I'm just gonna go ahead and blend this together. I'm gonna just do a few swipes up so I can fade together. So they don't look so disconnected, you know? Go back in with these reds. This eye is really running. So still working with the reds of the Creative Me palette. This eye was giving me problems, so I had to pause the video. I'm gonna go in with some more black from the Juvias Warrior palette. I'm just dragging this black up some more due to the fact this clogged tear duct was running. It's still running. You run into problems like this with makeup. And I'm just bringing that up since my tear duct want to run. And you can see it with the red real good. It's like making my red look a little dense and dingy. I'm gonna bring that black on up. It's always a way around something. Creative Me, again, the red. on to the next part while this tear duct dry out, because I'm convinced it's just gonna run just to run because it needs to drain. Okay, this next part, I'm gonna go ahead and start my eyebrow filling. So right now I'm just outlining my brow. And I'm using the Revlon brow pencil. In color dark brown fonts, 610. This tear duct is still running, y'all, as y'all can see. So as I got my brow outline, I'm gonna go in with light strokes towards the back. Always start at the back and work my way to the front. And me, I just normally follow my natural brow arch. I don't do nothing extra as far as like making them too big or anything. I just follow my natural brow arch. So I'm gonna deepen this line up right here. And I don't fill in the front at all. I'm more so smudged towards the front. So now that I have that filled in, I gotta get my spoolie. Okay, so I found my spoolie. I didn't have it. So I'm gonna brush this out. And I usually just smudge the beginning, and then I comb my hairs upwards for a more natural look, you know. I don't know if you guys can see that. But I got concealer on my hand. It's the LA Pro concealer in the color Toffee. So I have my flat brush, and we're about to just clean this brow up. And then I'm dragging some of that product down over my lid. I'm gonna use it as a primer. So now I'm gonna, sorry about that, buff the top of my lid out with that primer in the, make sure that primer is all blended together so my shadow can lay down smoothly. And I'm just using a Real Techniques blender brush. It's a base shadow brush, so it blends out perfectly. And I just drag that down to the side. I'm gonna go over top with that same product, but except for when I go over top, I like to darken it up a little bit with the foundation that I'm gonna use. So I mix the foundation in with the concealer, and then I cut over top of this brow of mine. And I'm always those soft taps. I'm gonna take this and pull some of that product up and blend it out. So now that that's done, I'm gonna go back in with the Warrior palette and use some browns out of here. So I'm going in with the lighter brown up top for my transition color. And I'm just tapping those browns on. Now after I tapped that, I started blending. Sorry about that. I had to find my Rich Girl gloss. I gotta moisturize my lips. Shop Rich Girl Glamour with the Shantae Briand. Okay, much better. Okay, so I'm gonna use a crease brush and go in with a deeper brown. And this is the brown. Go back in and blend that out. Yay, this eye stopped bothering me, so I can go back in and fix it a little later. With this look, I'm gonna do a cut crease. And I usually use my P. Louise base, but I'm gonna use the NYX today since it's already here. So let's cut this crease. I'm gonna use my Take Me to Brazil palette. Let me apply a little bit of glitter glue over the eyelid. And I usually just try to follow the shape that I cut. I have my custom glitter that I already have ready. And how I stop any fallouts is I go back over it with the glitter glue and set that glitter in place. Okay. While that dry, let's go back in and mess with this eye over here. It's like fine wine, you get better with time. So I don't want to trigger this eye over here too much. Just smudging this black in a little bit with this red. Soft smudges. You know black can be harsh, y'all. Y'all know that already. Don't mind me, I got a cold. Exactly why I shouldn't be on here. Now I'm gonna go back in with the makeup wipe and dust some of that black powder off. got to do because I'm not gonna keep dwelling on it. So I'm gonna just add a little bit more of my primer. I'm gonna go in with my Revlon. Revlon Color Stay in 450 Mocha. My foundation brush and get busy. Okay, so I'm gonna take some of that same foundation, put it on the back of my hair, and clean this up over here. Lord Jesus. That's how bad this eye just ran. This is just a little bit of leftover foundation. I want this African thing to stand out a whole lot. Sticking on, let me get this together. I'm gonna take a brush that don't have no product on it, and I'm gonna come in between here. It's got a little bit of black on it, so as you can see, I'm just pulling that black from around here. And then I gotta go back in with the foundation because too much black from that marker. It's pulling that black out from underneath there. Nope, that's not gonna work. Blending just a little bit of that foundation over this way, so I don't just be at a standstill in the middle of my nose, you know. I want to make it look natural. So I'm gonna go back in lightly with this black and not even think about it, like literally. Actually, I'm gonna put a little concealer right there. Because my teared up and took off so much black. Yeah, I want to brighten that black back up. Look how much black it took off. So let's tap that out. Press that in. So now that I got that pressed in, I'm gonna just let that sit because I can feel me wanting to tear up again. I'm gonna do a little black at the bottom of my eye. using my I Envy Super Strong Hold. Now I'm gonna get to the conceal part while that's drying. And I'm using my CoverGirl concealer in the shade Deep Golden D500. Now I'm gonna take my my flat brush and just press that in. Concealer I use is kind of matte, so I'm gonna work with it. And the reason why I just chose the brush instead of the beauty blender today is because it's African sun on my face. Y'all probably can't see it, but since I can see it, just dab around here just a little bit. I want to just conceal around that. That marker was kind of harsh. It's a makeup marker. Let me just take my flat brush and pull that out. Yes, honey, push through, God, push through. I'm just concealing these little parts around here. Yes, God, push through. Yes, he will do it, honey. Okay, so let's go in and put these lashes on. Oh, yeah. If I would have known it was going to be this complicated, I wouldn't even did this look, but we ain't going to let the devil stop us this morning. We're going to have good faith in the good old Lord. So now that I have those on, I'm going to start doing this brown contour. Around my cheekbone. I had to clean up this palette a little bit because I dropped the black, so it cracked. And this is the black that I was using, but it cracked. Okay, so I'm just gonna take this brush and this brush to contour, my contour brush, and then this is gonna blend that contour out. So I'm gonna go on with the darker brown. That's heavy enough, so let's go in and set where we lay our contour. Now this eye on the water. Some more of these browns. I'm heavy setting today, honey. Not my usual, but I'm gonna put a little bit over here because I want to have the same effect. And me and them browns, it's not over yet. I'm finished cleaning up this look. I'm gonna do some glow and probably a red lip. Push through. I'm using Revlon Ultra HD, and the pencil I just used was an eyebrow pencil, but it got the lips, the brows, the eyes, all that stuff on here. I love that pencil. Back in. That done, I said I'm gonna go in with some glow. So I'm using my matte spray mist. Okay, I'm gonna go in with my glow, my matte spray mist, and I got my brush. In some makeup videos, you might see me going with my highlight under the brow ahead of time if I ever choose to do highlight under my brow bone. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. So I'm just highlighting this brow bone of mine. History Month in full effect.